We've just opened up the patch notes. Let's break it down. The biggest changes coming tomorrow. Warzone, as we know it, is going to change forever. This is essentially Warzone 4. They're not going to call it that. They just call everything Warzone now. But it's essentially going to be Warzone 4. Everything's changed to Black Ops. Perks, guns, movement. They're reverting the map. Let's get straight into it with the Ricochet anti-cheat portion of their patch notes here. He says, Treyarch has delivered several updates to combat disruptive behavior, including AFK detection, enhanced AFK detection. Okay, chat, you guys have seen me get kicked for inactivity when I'm running around with a gun. So let's hope that that doesn't get worse. That's happened to me actually twice. Adjusting ping thresholds to require players to play matches in their region to cut down on VPN abuse. Mostly a good thing here. The problem is players like Drew Dog that use a VPN because there's not enough players in Australia at certain times of day to even fill a lobby. Drew Dog might get hit badly, and others that do the same. So we'll see how that plays out. To unlock ranked play in Black Ops 6, players will need to win 50 match-made multiplayer matches. Okay, so that has to do with ranked multiplayer. Hopefully they do something like that for Warzone multiplayer as well. If you have to win 50 matches, by the time you get through 50 wins, if a person is cheating, they will have been detected by Ricochet at that point, most likely. Hopefully that gets most of them. And then if, let's say they win 50 and then they start cheating for ranked, once they do get banned on their, they go make a new account, then they got to win 50 again. So that's another big obstacle for hackers. I like it. Hit list launch window event. Players get a board of contracts with one goal, take them all out. That means that's the time of the event is when the new Warzone update is launching. Okay. We'll see how that plays out. They didn't give us a lot of details here. Nice little graphic here for our Season 1 updated Battle Pass system. Who cares? Let me pass that. Okay, new map, chat. This is the new Resurgence map, Area 99. We got to see this back in the COD Next event. The map was a little rough there. I'm not sure why they publicized it in the state that it was in. Textures not rendering. The lighting wasn't correct on the map. So we know a little bit about what this map is, what it looks like. You can see all the different locations here. We're not going to go through all that because if you're that interested, we've already seen it, and we are going to get to play it when it drops. I'm excited to try it. I don't main Resurgence content, but I like to dabble in it a little bit here and there. Talking about it, returning maps now. This is going to get into some important stuff for us Warzone streamers, Warzone viewers. Urzikstan, the big map, returns to its early days, featuring familiar landmarks from before the destruction of power plants and the arrival of Atlas Superstore. Okay, I hate that they're reverting it. I don't understand it. However, I'm keeping an open mind. Maybe they're reverting it with intentions to change it in a different way, but why not just change it in a different way from the point that we have it? I don't understand why you would take away additions to the map. It just seems like extra work for them to revert everything. However, there's got to be some sort of reason behind it. Maybe the new map wouldn't work with the new movement or something. Maybe they were developing Warzone 3 this way and they were developing the Black Ops Warzone this way, and so they couldn't really merge them. I'm not sure. I'm keeping an open mind here. I don't like it on the surface level. Rebirth Island is going to have all the Black Ops stuff too, so we still have Rebirth Island. Wow, yay, great. Rebirth is the blandest Warzone map, in my opinion, out of all the Resurgence maps, all the big maps. This is the blandest one, and they just keep forcing it down our throats, but a majority of people love it, and that's why they keep putting it in. Map adjustments. This is for Urzikstan and Rebirth Island. Vehicles. All new vehicles with improved handling. Detailed further below. Okay. Dirt bike. Black Ops 6 ground loot. Improved Black Ops 6 lighting technology. Sound. Audio improvements. Okay. Now, chat, I know they're saying the audio is going to improve, but brace yourselves. Every single year with every single new Warzone update, the audio is always worse. It gets worse, and then they slowly make it better. Okay, now, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think this is to allow bad players a better chance, because those of us with our super expensive headphones that play this game 24/7 are instantly going to hear anybody in any direction. We're going to hunt them down and kill them. So I think they chalk the audio on purpose with the big new updates in order to give those players a better chance. That's my own theory. But brace yourselves, audio is going to be worse, and it's going to take a couple of months for us to get decent audio footstep detection back in the game. Rebirth Island, submarine, POI, 100% of the time, redeployed drones, biometric scanner and weapon trade stations, modes, battle royale. Oh yeah, chat, we're getting a whole slew of modes back. Solos, duos, trio, squads. Good. We need it. That'll be fun. It'll be fun to get out there and do some duos and trios again. We've been, what has it been, 2-3 months that they took those modes out? We're getting them back. Still 120 players. Rebirth Island looks like it's going to be the same. Area 99, of course. Playlists. We have a playlist. We have solos, duos, trios, and quads for everything. They're only going to give Area 99 for about 5 days before they drop. They're taking away Rebirth. They want everybody to be pushed to Area 99 to show off their new map. Ranked play later this year. Carry forward. All your cosmetics are going to be available. Progression. Okay, so we're going to get the Black Ops 6 progression system. So I'm guessing we're just going to be completely reset. Okay, new combat. Body shield. Okay, we know about that. It's in Black Ops 6. Dedicated melee weapon. You can pull out your knife. You can have 2 guns, and you can also pull out your knife to run faster. Kind of like an Apex thing going on there. I like it. I like it. Nice addition. Shootable doors. Doors can now be shot open, allowing for new tactics and strategy. Okay, you know how doors will bust open with explosions? I guess bullets are going to do the same thing now. That'll be interesting to see. I think it'd be really cool if they had destructible doors. Some of them, maybe metal doors, couldn't be broken, but wooden doors can get shot up, like PUBG. That'd be interesting to see. Okay, now we're getting to some big changes, chat. This is stuff you need to hear. Take this in, because Warzone is going to be transformed. Strategies are going to be different. Combat adjustments. Primary weapon. Classic Warzone experience. Only equip 1 primary weapon in your loadout. There's a wild card detailed below that allows 2 primaries. So the overkill perk, you guys remember that, allowed 2 primary weapons. That's now a wild card, which the wild cards are kind of a separate class of perks themselves. But you can't, everybody's had overkill for the duration of Warzone 3. And now they're taking that away. They're reverting to what we used to have. So pretty much you're going to have to buy both your primary guns out of a buy station, if that's still going to be available, or buy 2 loadouts like we used to in the original Verdansk. But here's an interesting one, chat. This one excites me because there are going to be some really cool moments, I think, especially towards the end game, where this comes into play. Self-revive auto pickup. While down, players will now be able to automatically loot self-revive kits that are within close proximity. So you can crawl over to a self-revive that's just laying there off a dead player. You can pick it up, pop it. One of your teammates, if they don't have time to res you, they can drop their selfie or an extra one that's in their bag. They can drop it for you. While they keep fighting, you can start popping that selfie. I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. I think it'll bring some cool moments. Or say you go down to the gas, you're not going to make it. Your teammate can start farting out self-revives behind him, and you can pick it up as you go. That we'll see. Live ping duration. So live pings are getting nerfed. The live ping stays on you for 2 seconds instead of 3. So they knocked a second off of that. And it says to bring more balance to combat engagement. Chat, they're starting. I love to see this. They're starting to shift towards taking live pings out. We saw this with the gas mask and the gas mask animation. It's been for the last 4 years, it's been one tiny step at a time that has finally taken away the forced gas mask animations. You never have to do the gas mask animation anymore. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't get in your way. And so that's great. So now they're doing, it seems like they might be starting to do the same thing with live pings. They're knocking a second off it. And maybe next time they'll knock another second off. I wish they would just jump straight to the conclusion and get rid of live pings completely. They are free wall hacks for your entire team. When somebody pings somebody, I mean, think about it. We've watched Twitty play. We've watched him do the gauntlet. He is great, a great M&K player, and he is the best live pinging player I've ever played with. He live pings everybody he sees instantly, and that's easier to do on M&K than controller, depending on your controller bindings. But everybody's always live ping with Twitty, and we're just sitting back shooting at him through the walls. The whole team's got wall hacks at that point. I mean, we're going to abuse it, of course, but that shouldn't be in the game. If you're in the smoke, nobody should be able to see you. There shouldn't be a red dot above your head. If you run behind a wall, there shouldn't be a red dot above your head. Take it out completely. I'm glad they're taking a step towards that. Armor replacement speed, the speed at which players can replace broken or missing armor plates, has been increased to 8%. Increased by 8%. Okay, so this is faster. You plate 8% faster. And it's not a huge percentage, but it is a difference. Abandon timer, 5 seconds to 4 seconds due to the previous interrogation mechanic being replaced. All right, so 4 seconds to bleed out. If you're trying to manually bleed out. Death's door. The health at which players will enter the death's door state has been reduced from 50% to 35%. So death's door is when your screen is all red, there's blood around it, you hear your heartbeat, you hear your guy breathing heavy, and you can't hear anything else in the game. I absolutely hate that this is part of the game, but you can't hear footsteps when you get weakened. I mean, it is what it is. It's in Call of Duty, but they're slightly nerfing the death's door effect here. It would normally activate at 50% health lost, and now it's going to be 50% health left, and now it's going to be 35% health left. So once you lose down to that 35% is when you're going to get hit with that. The health at which the death's door state will end has been reduced from 70 to 50%. Okay, so as you're healing again, so if you get down to 35%, that effect is going to happen on your screen, and then once you've healed back up to 55%, it's going to go away. If they're slightly nerfing that, just take it out of the game, bro. This is due to us wanting to enable players to better hear and see their surroundings when under threat by an enemy. Okay, if you want them to be able to hear and see better during engagements, just take it out completely. Omni movement, we know all about this. Combat supine? Somebody help me. What is this? Drop to a prone position, then rotate your operator. Oh, okay, so it's where you're rolling over instead of your character just turning around like this on the floor. When you're looking around, you're gonna actually roll over in a much more realistic fashion. Intelligent movement. Some of you guys in chat need this. Okay, this is just the different assists, the different settings. Sprint assist, mantle assist, crouch assist, corner slice. This is when you go up to a corner and you ADS your gun and you kind of lean out a little bit. Is it actually going to lean you out more? So are you taking cover better? It just says and camera. It doesn't affect aim. So I don't know if this is actually an effective peak, chat, or if it's just an effect on your screen. The enemy won't see it. Like, what if your screen just turns a little bit crooked? Unlimited tack sprint. The sprinter perk, or by holding their dedicated melee weapon. So you pull out your knife, you sprint forever. Easy. Nobody's going to use the sprinter perk since you can just do it by pulling out your knife. I don't think. Mantle protection. Players will now climb onto thin or high ledges rather than over them to prevent untimely deaths. I don't like that. I'm thinking this could interrupt if you're actually trying to jump off a building to escape an enemy, but it's going to be a fall to your death. But however, it's Warzone, so you can pop your chute. So if you're planning on popping that chute, but you jump over the ledge, like, is it gonna make you mantle back onto it? Well, we'll see. Tack sprint duration, 2 seconds to 4 seconds. So they doubled the time of tack sprint. Also, they put in the unlimited tack sprint when you pull out your melee, but they've doubled the time of the base tack sprint without the melee. Landing tuning, when you fall and take damage, you're going to recover sooner, 2.1 seconds instead of 3. The minimum fall damage required before the shock effect is 55%, up from 50%. Okay, that's only a 5% difference. That's not huge. Vertical ascenders and horizontal zip line. Interacting with ascenders and zip lines has been improved, making it easier to attach to the line from an angle or while free falling to increase fluidity. Great. We'll have to see it and feel it. Redeploy drones are fixed in place for the duration of a match. No more rotating movements. Once a redeploy drone has been consumed by gas, it will leave the map rather than relocating to give a more consistent experience. Interesting. We'll see how it plays out. I'm wondering if one gets shot down, does a replacement come in still? They didn't say any changes about that. And a huge game changer right here, Spartans. We're going back to the original Warzone 1. We're talking Verdansk. We're talking Caldera. Inventory system. No more backpacks. I like the idea of backpacks. And I've enjoyed my time with the backpacks over the last 2 years. The problem is they haven't fully maximized the potential of the backpack. They didn't fully nerf the things that needed to be nerfed. They didn't fully make it easy to grab the loot that you're trying to grab and you start shuffling your gun and crap. They didn't fully, we didn't get the full potential of what a backpack system could have been. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but I'm happy that it's going back to this, knowing that they're not going to maximize that backpack system, and they haven't been able to do it over the course of 2 years. Even though it seems like it would be a very simple thing to balance, with the backpacks, they could have done one extra slot for throwables, one extra slot for a kill streak, one extra slot for a selfie, if they wanted to do extras of those things, or just not have those there and just let you carry basic stuffs in the backpack, like plates, ammo, a buy station. They could have nerfed certain things. They could have adjusted it how they wanted to. They just never got there. And the looting system with all the loot on the ground has been kind of a bummer. They haven't fully made it where it spreads out perfectly so that nothing's on top of each other. There's so many times where you're trying to get that kill streak that's under an enemy's gun, and you just keep swapping your gun with their gun, all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. This is gonna drastically reduce the amount of kill streaks dropping at the end of a game. And that's one of I've gotten used to it. We've all gotten used to it because it's been 2 years. But the worst thing about end games with the backpack system is airstrike, mortar strike, bunker buster, airstrike, mortar strike, bunker buster, until the end of the game. So that'll be reduced. The value of a buy station, a portable buy station, is going up a lot because without a backpack, you can't stack this stuff. But with a portable buy station, you can keep buying the stuff. So there it is. You're going to have one slot for everything. It's just going to be an inventory, not a backpack. And you're going to have one slot for all your different ammos. Classic inventory layout is what they're calling it. I'm glad we're getting it. Going to streamline the gameplay. Okay, perks. Perks in Warzone are now streamlined, allowing players to choose 3 perks, one from each color-coded slot. Most pick 3 perks unlock as you level up. Lootable perks. Unique to ground loot is shrouded and irradiated. So I wonder if we're picking up these perks as we go. So are we still looting perk packs? Or is it going to be like in the Caldera days when we could find one perk at a time? You find that high alert perk in the bunker, or you find that whatever perk. Any of the perks back in the Caldera days could be looted one at a time. So is that what we're seeing here? Because it says custom perk packs are going to drop. Okay, here it is. Here's the sentence. I missed it. These perk effects stack on top. Okay, this is cool. I like it. You'll see your 3 perks at the bottom right of your HUD. Any lootable perks can be viewed in your inventory. And specialist perk package. So let's see what they're doing with specialists. Found as rare loot or care package. It's going to have all of the 18 Black Ops perks within specialist, plus the 2 ground loot only perks, irradiated and shrouded. Okay, if you're not familiar, irradiated allows you to last in the gas longer. You take less damage from gas, and you can plate while you're in the gas. Shrouded is when you get downed, smoke grenade pops. Gives you a little concealment while your teammates can try to res you, or you can pop that selfie. If you're eliminated, the specialist perk package will disappear. I don't like that. It's more exciting and it's more fun when somebody's like, oh, my specialist, I got to get back to it. Or it's out in the gas and you're like, don't leave my specialist. Grab the specialist. And then people fight over it. And it creates fun moments within the game. It creates fun banter between teammates. When somebody steals their buddy's specialist, I don't like that it's going to disappear. Seems like a fun factor reduction right there. I don't understand it, but there it is. Still going to be $30,000 at the buy station. Perks can now be edited in pre-match lobby. Okay, that's cool. A little quality of life update. Okay, chat, man. How long are these patch notes? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chat, I don't know if I got the breath for this. If you're playing Black Ops, you know the perks. We'll just say that. There they are. There they all are. Look at them, chat. Look at them. We already know most of these perks. We've seen a lot of them. There they are. Look at all the perks. Look at all the perks. And here's the 2 lootable perks. All right. Wow, there's your perks. Wild cards. Bandolier, a munition satchel comes with your loadout. Overkill, 2 primary weapons. Gunfighter, 3 extra attachments. Okay, I need to cover this one, chat, because this is a game changer. This right here is going to be meta, okay? I might be wrong, because sometimes things function differently than you think they're going to function. but this is going to be meta. Gunfighter, what are these called? Wild cards. The wild cards are their own separate class of perks. This one allows 3 extra attachments on your primary weapon. So let's think about our long range meta. You're going to have the long barrel. You're going to have the suppressor that gives the most bullet velocity and distance. You're going to have a nice scope. You're going to have an extended mag, and you're going to have a foregrip to help control recoil. Now, if you get 3 more attachments, you're going to have that rear grip that helps with ADS speed. You're going to have that stock that might help with movement, or maybe you go with a stock that adds more recoil control, and you add a laser or an ammo type. Laser for ADS speed or an ammo type to penetrate walls better. This is going to be meta. The guns with 3 extra perks or 3 extra attachments are going to be busted. And so you're going to buy here's the strat that I see emerging. Teams are going to buy 1 loadout and then maybe get the free one, or they just buy 2 loadouts off rip to get 2 primary guns, a submachine gun with 8 attachments. And then they're going to get a long-range weapon, battle rifle, AR, whatever the meta is, with 8 attachments every time. 2 loadouts. You're going to hit that first class, boom. You're going to hit that second class, boom. You're going to have all your attachments. Nobody's going to use the overkill because you can get more attachments using the other one. UAV and utility box. I mean, maybe this will be on your one of your classes as it's the end of the game and you're out of plates and you need you're out of smokes and you need to get that utility box out of a loadout. That's the only reason I would see that one being on a backup class. Nobody's going to use overkill if this is available. And bandolier, who wants a munition satchel? You get to carry extra ammo and throwables maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I told you what I think is going to happen. Satchels, armor, you carry 6 plates regularly. This is going to up it to 12. So with these being the available satchels, everybody's going to try to get the armor satchel. Ammo isn't going to matter because if you're using all of your ammo, you are killing people with that ammo and replenishing your ammo. The only time you're going to need a munition satchel if you're camping your butt off and you're only killing people at range and you're not replenishing the ammo off the dead bodies. Chat, we're not going to go through the equipment. There's so much of it, and most of it we already have. There's going to be a couple new things like the combat axe, prox alarm. I mean, there's a few things from Black Ops thrown into the mix of what we already had. They're getting buffed and nerfed accordingly. Smokes, we kind of need to pay attention to that since that's been meta for 2 years. They're just changing the VFX on the smoke to match Black Ops 6. So that'll probably still be meta unless they buff stims to be extremely fast. Immediate burst of movement speed. So we might see stims resurge. Kill streaks, chat, we're not going to go through all the kill streaks. There's too much. Field upgrade adjustments. They're buffing the heartbeat sensor. It's going to scan faster. Muni box is only going to do 3 clips of every type of ammo. Portable radar is going to last 5 seconds longer. Personal redeploy drone, that's the one that you hold yourself that carries you up. It's going to deploy 50% faster. No longer prohibits firing into use, so you can hip fire while you're using it. Standardized height across the different maps. Reinforcement flare, it's going to pop 30% faster, so boom, you're going to get that thing off quick now. Sometimes, we've gotten killed. You go outside to pop one and your guy's sitting there waiting for the thing to go off while everybody's running up to gun you down. Trophy system counter charges increased from 3 to 5, so trophy systems are actually going to be very difficult to pop now. That is a significant change here. I like it though. I like it, especially with backpacks being gone. People aren't going to have a ton of throwables stashed in a backpack anymore, so the trophy systems are going to secure a room for you very, very well against enemy throwables. Weapons. The Black Ops 6 weapons, I mean, we're not going to read about all the weapons here. Unique Warzone damage profile. So they're gonna operate differently than they do in multiplayer. Black Ops 6 attachments are going to function differently in Warzone. So basically, weapon balancing and changes to make Black Ops guns fit Warzone. New weapons that are coming with the update are not currently in the game. The Krig C assault rifle, the SOG SMG, the Siren 9mm special weapon. Yeah, why not just call it an SMG? But it has a slow rate of fire. The Power Drill, a melee weapon, a 2-hit kill. Very fast attack speed. New attachments coming in, some Dragon's Breath. Oh, baby. Love me a fire shotgun. Weapon adjustments. Oh my gosh, chat. We're not going to read through all these. They're doing some kind of adjustment to every gun in the game. Look at this. There's Modern Warfare 2 guns in there. There's Modern Warfare 3 guns. I'm still scrolling. We are not reading this, bro. These patch notes are already so long. We're almost to the end. Ground and supply box loot. Okay, they're changing the ground loot. Loot distribution. They're going to try to keep loot from overlapping on each other, which is good. We've needed that for 2 years. I'm surprised we haven't got it, especially with the backpack system. We're getting buy station price, inventory and price changes. I guess we have to wait and see what those are. They're not telling us here. Contracts. Looks like, is there anything new? Everything's the same. These are some rebirth contracts, and they're doing elite contracts. It's like they're restating a lot of stuff, it seems like. Okay, it looks like we got into the cosmetics. Updated models for vehicles, improved natural physics, improved camera. Okay, I'm hoping the vehicles feel better since we got Warzone 3. If you're driving an LTV, it feels like that thing's tires are made of butter. You tap a little tree and the thing goes spinning and sliding out of control. Hopefully we get the Al Mazrah physics or even improved physics from Al Mazrah back. Is this some kind of new vehicle that we get? New helicopter simulation and audio. So I don't know. Is this what the hell these are gonna look like? Wait, they removed flat tires, vehicle repairing, and fuel. So vehicles are gonna drive forever. They cannot be repaired though, and no flat tires. Do I like that change? I don't know. I thought the tires being able to be popped adds another layer of strategy and dynamics when you're trying to counter a vehicle. We'll see. I mean, it's not a core pillar of the gameplay, but it's like, why take it out? Firing range. Okay, so they're finally making the firing range resemble what actually happens in Warzone. 2 years later. Okay, dummies are going to reset faster. This is actually important, chat, because this is a great warm-up. It's a great way to test your weapons. If you're not utilizing the firing range, you're missing out. Emotes and sprays are coming back. This is great. This is another social aspect of the game that has been removed for the last 2 years. It's not, like I said, it's not a core, like the other thing I was talking about. It's not a core pillar of the gameplay, but it is a fun social aspect that broadens the things that you can do to interact with other players. Whether it's putting up a cool spray paint or, you know, the guy you down just flips you the bird. Those are all exciting moments. New audio has been added in case the armor plates have been destroyed. Proximity chat is reduced by 10 meters. It's not really audio changes that we care about. It is changes, but we're always looking for improvements on footsteps. Anyways, that's what we got, guys. I'm hopeful. We're going to try it tomorrow. There's an overview of the patch notes. We didn't cover every tiny little minutia of these patch notes, but we have a broad understanding of what's hitting us tomorrow. I'm excited to try it. I hope that it's not riddled with bugs. We've had quite a few Call of Duty Warzone updates that introduce massive bugs. So I'm hopeful. The last few updates have been good. Not too many bugs, nothing game breaking. Let's hope for the same with this one. It's dropping tomorrow. That would be November 14th. And it said, what, noon Eastern?